start here because it's important. Ellen McCauley at Pray It Off in Syracuse. What do you do when you want to quit? And I have talked to a few people off the ledge just this week because I say to people who want to quit, even if you stay the same, it's a victory. Session 23 will start in January, but our life is right now. Whether you come or not, you're going to weigh something. Odds are, if you come, you have a better chance of maybe staying the same. I'm expecting everyone in this room to be at session 23. If you cannot be in session 23, don't tell me the night before. I think it starts January, whatever that first Thursday is, the first week of January. Because there's a lot of work involved with the tables, the numbers, the names. You know, don't text me on that Thursday and say, oh yeah, I'm in Acapulco for the rest of my life and I'm not going to bed. I'd like to know ahead of time so I can actually try to talk you out of it. I want to reiterate that we have a meeting on the 29th, and that's a tough meeting because we'll be through with Thanksgiving. But whether you come or not, you're going to weigh the same, so you might as well come. Also, on December 6th, there will be a few awards. Not as many as we do in the summer, in June, but there will be a few awards. We'll talk about how to make it through the Christmas holidays, and we'll talk about goals that we can have over that holiday season. Now, if you were to sit at your table at a small group and go around and say, what are your goals? What is your plan? You know, they have to be finite. Like, my goal is to weigh 166 and stay there, and the way I hope to achieve it is by doing exercise every day and watching what I eat and praying, you know, specific things. What are you doing eating-wise? You know, so many people, their logs, I want to write sometimes, and maybe I will this week. Are you kidding me? Because I'm thinking, really? This is what you eat on a weight loss plan? What could you possibly eat if you weren't on a plan? I shudder to think. Also, find like-minded friends. Guess what? We have a whole room full of like-minded friends. Make a list why you want to lose weight. And this says put together a vision board. I did it in one session, but hardly anybody did it, so I'm not even going to ask you to do it. Check with your doctor. Allison thought it was very interesting last week because she talked about food and she talked about supplements. And a lot of people were concentrating on the supplements. And what we really need to do is concentrate on the food. The broccoli, the kale, the spinach, the fruits, the vegetables. And I told her I would make sure you got that message this week. Supplements are for people like, I went to the doctor and they said your bones need more help besides the healthy food you're eating, or your D is terribly depleted. The doctor said to try supplements. I didn't do it on my own. Also, try new exercise routines. If you can't exercise, you call me up. You come to my house on a Sunday afternoon, and we will dance to disco like it's 1977. Are you serious? Because I am. I will dance with you. I can dance anyone under the table. Let's come. Also, find new tools. Remake your favorite recipes. Bob and I said, you know what? How can we make turkey meatloaf more interesting? Food processor, mushrooms, carrots, celery, process them right down, put it in the meatloaf. I was making noises. I was going, oh, oh. And you know, I like Frank's hot sauce. The meatloaf was so good, I said to Bob, this meatloaf is so good, I'm not even going to put Frank's hot sauce on it. And he goes, are you kidding me? It must really be good. Also, we had chicken con pao on spaghetti squash this week. We're trying to, what everybody? Mix it up. Give yourself permission to make a mistake. Success leaves clues. One person did so good this week, I said to them, study your log, see what you did, and do it again next week. Also, if you're afraid that you won't have fun if you're on a diet. We need to stop thinking of this as a diet or a punishment and try to look at it as a way of life. Also, are we going to throw in the towel, or are we going to say, okay, I didn't set the world on fire so far in session 22, but there's still several weeks left and I can get a start on my goal. Then there's a nice article here on overcoming failure and achieving your goals. And one of the most important things is that nothing worthwhile comes easy. If I were to talk to everyone in this room who's lost weight, they will say that it hasn't been linear, that there's been ups, there's been downs, there's been zigs, there's been zags. Also, I put a whole article in here on SMART goal setting. It's got to be specific and measurable and attainable and realistic and timely. I even put a sheet in here that I'm not going to ask you, I'm going to beg you to complete when you get home. You say, I want to weigh 100 and whatever by this amount of time, and this is what I'm going to do. You have to have some sort of goal in mind. Otherwise, you're just coming to say you come, and then you'll murder someone on Tuesday, and you really can't do that, everyone. You have to be serious about what you're doing here. Devise a plan, write it down, and I also put in here a wonderful recipe for chicken rice soup with spinach. And what I put in there, what we put in there is cauliflower rice. But you don't put that in there till the bitter end. It's all done, it's all cooked, it's hot. Then you put the cauliflower rice in there, otherwise it'll be too mushy, okay? So look at this recipe, 300 calories. There's 600 milligrams of sodium, but you can down some of these sodium things when you look at the recipes, okay? I'm gonna stop right there, Bob, and I want to remember